Timothy, are you there?
Hi, Mom. Did you forget something in the house?
Hell no.
What's going on? Why are you angry? You don't usually text when you're at work.
Sonia called me a few minutes ago. She said she saw you sitting idle on the patio chair. Why didn't you go to work?
Doesn't Sonia have something better to do than to spy on her neighbors?
Don't change the subject, boy. Why aren't you at work? Did something happen? Are you ill?
No, I'm fine.
Then what is it? Did you get into trouble? My God, were you fired?
No, Mom. I quit.
Excuse me, you did what? You mean you quit your job at the hospital? What kind of a son are you? Do you know how much your medical school costs? When are you even going to start your residency? How can you quit?
I'm just trying to figure out my life. I thought I had it all planned out, but I'm at that stage in my life where I'm questioning everything I ever wanted. I actually want to start my own company. I've been saving up, and I believe I'm ready to go all out.
OMG, how did I end up with such a foolish son? Why would you quit your well-paying job to start a company that is doomed to fail? I know you, Timothy. You don't have what it takes to run a company.
You shouldn't say such things to your son, Mom.
Since no one is telling you the truth, I have to be the one to do it. You're about to make the biggest mistake of your life. I guess you expect me to take care of the bills when your business fails, right? You're just a freeloader who doesn't want to work.
Mom, I don't need you to take care of me. With my savings, I can take care of myself and also start my company. I don't need you to do anything for me. After all, I paid most of my bills while in college.
And what did you learn in school? How to be rude to your mother and quit your job? And did you just say that you don't need me? Tell that to the roof I put over your head. You've always been a burden to me since you were born.
Oh my God, you don't mean that, right?
I do. You better beg your former employers to take you back and stop this foolish idea of starting your company.
Mom!
I have to return to work now. I am not lazy like you.
Mom, it's not fair, you know.
Timothy? Reply this instant.
Jeez, Mom, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at my phone. What's up?
Is that how you greet your mother?
I greeted you this morning before you left for work.
How dare you talk back to me?
Good afternoon, Your Royal Highness. What can I do for you?
I've just got a message from the landlord. Our rent is due and I only have half of it. I need you to chip in the rest. Send it to my account now so I can pay right away. Timothy?
Mom, I'm sorry, but I'm broke.
What do you mean? What about the savings you were going to use to start your company? Just take a little out of it.
Yeah, about that. I invested in some crypto and I lost everything.
What?
I don't have any money, Mom.
My God, this is why I told you to return to work. But you didn't listen. Is this how you plan to run a company?
Mom, I didn't plan this. I'm sorry.
OMG, not only are you a burden, but now you are also a liar.
What do you mean?
You didn't have any savings, did you? You never planned to start your company either. Your only plan was to sit at home like you've been doing for the past week, doing nothing but locking up yourself in your dirty room and doing only God knows what.
Dirty room? Let's not even go there. My room is way cleaner than yours. Besides, who do you think cleans your room for you all the time? That aside, you're very wrong about my plans, if you could let me explain.
Save it. Do you think you're still a child? How long before you grow up and take responsibility for your life?
Mom.
I don't have time for this. I have work to do.
Mom, I'm sorry. You still mad at me, Mom? This morning, you left without saying hi.
Stop it. I'm still mad at you. I can't believe this is how you repay me despite everything I have done for you. Why do you derive joy in making me sad? I should be eating the fruit of my labor by now.
Sorry, Mom. I just made some bad decisions with my money. But I never planned to leech off you.
You are such a liar.
I can show you the coins I bought if you want. It lost value soon after I bought it, so I lost everything.
I'm not in the mood for your lies, Timothy. Since you've refused to grow up, I will teach you how to. You're an adult and it's time for you to learn about life the hard way.
Mom, what are you talking about?
You need to leave my house. I'll rent out your room.
What? You can't kick me out. Where would I go?
That is none of my business, doofus. Find someone else to be a burden to.
Please, Mom, you don't have to do this.
You should have thought about that before quitting your job and trying to live off your poor old mother.
Fine. I'll get a job, okay?
Too late. I need you out of the house by the time I get home from work today.
Today? How can you spring this on me and expect me to move today?
Don't ask me. If you were smart enough to quit your job, this should be a walk in the park for you.
Mom, I'm begging you. Don't do this.
I've made my decision.
Mom?
Are you gone yet? My shift is almost over.
I've tried and tried, but I was unable to get a place on such short notice. I need a few days at least.
Not gonna happen. Don't make me come back in there and meet you.
Do you want me to sleep on the streets?
That is your business, not mine.
I'm your son. Please don't do this to me. I have nowhere to go. Mom?
Fine, you can stay, but just for tonight. By tomorrow morning, you must leave. Is that clear?
That's still too short.
Do you want me to cancel the extension?
No.
I didn't think so. Now, do what you must and get out of that house. As for tonight, I don't want to see you at all. Don't step an inch out of your room.
Fine. I'll do as you ask. Mom?
What? What do you want from me? The past 6 months have been a blessing. I don't have to make groceries for two or make food for two.
Wow, you finally responded to my messages after 6 months, and this is all you have to say?
Will you just come out clean? You need money, right?
Oh no, I miss you, Mom. I really do.
We have no business talking if you aren't rich enough to repay me for everything I have done for you. I really have to go now. Don't call me again.
Wait, I need to tell you something. Are you there? Mom?
Hey, Timothy.
My God, Mom, is that really you?
Of course it is. Why are you so shocked?
Well, I didn't think you still had my number. You haven't reached out in 5 years now. And whenever I call or text, you ignore me.
I am texting because I saw someone that really looks like you on TV today. He is a doctor and also a major shareholder of a successful Forex trading company. That's not you, right? You are not that smart.
Really? Such a shame. You can't even recognize your son? I'm sure you know I'm the one you saw on TV. You're just calling to confirm.
Oh my god. You actually became successful like you said? Oh wait, or did you scam someone? Are you doing something illegal?
Stop it. Enough of looking down on me already. Remember that coin I invested in that cost me my savings? Well, after 3 years it picked up again and went to an all-time high, so I got 3 times the money I put in. I partnered with a few people and we started a Forex trading platform. Not long ago, we created our own coin. Thankfully, it went viral, fetching us a lot of money.
Wow, I'm so proud of you, my boy.
Are you really?
Don't be like that, son. You can't hold a grudge for 5 years. I did what I had to do as your mother, and everything worked out, didn't it?
You did what you had to do? Are you even listening to yourself? You kicked me out when I was at the lowest point in my life.
I helped you reach your goals by forcing you to grow up.
No, that's not how a good mother should help her son. Do you know the insults and embarrassment I had to endure as a result? You don't know, so keep your pride. I don't need it. Besides, I am quite busy at the moment.
Don't go yet, Timothy. Timothy! Timothy, dear, how are you doing?
What do you want this time around?
I need your help. My rent is due. I need some money. To be sincere, I have just been scraping by.
Seriously? You really have no shame, don't you?
Don't talk to your mother that way. I didn't raise you to be so rude.
After everything you did to me, you still have the guts to ask me for help?
I raised you. I'm your mother. What is wrong with asking my son to help pay rent?
I stopped being your son the day you kicked me out. You don't know what I've been through. So no, I'll not be helping you. You were not there when I needed you the most.
Please, Timothy, don't be like this. You're the only one I have in this world. If I'm kicked out of my apartment, I will have nowhere else to go.
Well, maybe then you'll know what it feels like to be in the exact situation you put me in. Goodbye, Mom.
Hi, Timothy. My dear boy, are you online?
What is it?
I knew you were just putting up a bold front the last time we spoke, and that you would never treat me this badly. I just spoke to the landlord. He said I don't have to pay the rent anymore. Thank you for footing it.
Is that what he said? You must have misunderstood him.
What do you mean?
He probably meant that you don't have to give him the rent money anymore, but you will give it to me.
What?
I bought the house, so I'll be taking the rent henceforth.
You'll ask for rent from your mother?
Why not? After all, you did way worse.
Come on, Timothy. You have to let that go.
Do you think I can forget the pain you caused me, or the fact that you only reached out to me because you know I'm a millionaire? You don't deserve pity or sympathy. But I'm not like you. I'm not wicked, so I'm not taking rent from you and I'm not kicking you out. I'm nothing like you. However, this will be the only thing you'll ever get from me.
Timothy, please, let's talk about this. I'm your mother. We can still fix this. We could go on holidays together. I've seen a great ad for a nice, luxurious cruise. It'd do us good. You know, I love you.
No, you don't. And stop calling yourself my mother. I became motherless 5 years ago. Bye, Bianca. Live in the house as long as you want. I don't care. But always know that you don't own it. It belongs to the young man that you kicked out 5 years ago.
Timothy.
Don't contact me again.
Come on, Timothy. Please, let's talk about this.
Mom tried to reach out to me with different unknown numbers, but I told her we were done for good. When she came to my office, I told my staff not to let her in. 2 years later, I met and fell in love with a beautiful young woman. We got married 6 months after we met, and my mom wasn't invited to our wedding. We made a promise that my children would never get the kind of parenting that I had, and to this day, I'm still keeping that promise.
Thanks for letting me come over yesterday, Tom. It was cold out, so I was happy that I could go inside. Your mother's food was also delicious. Thanks again for everything.
You're welcome, Sean. You can come over anytime. You're always welcomed here. But don't lose your house keys again, okay? You have to be more careful.
I promise I won't anymore. I put the key on a chain and I wear it around my neck now. I won't be able to lose it this way.
Did you now? That's a good idea. Glad to hear that you took the steps to change yourself. But in case it happens again, you can come over, okay? We're neighbors, and I'll always be there to help you. It's also dangerous for you to be outside by yourself. My mom or I will always be home at some point.
Really? Is it okay for me to do that? Can I really come over again? Can we play games like we did yesterday?
I don't see why not. But you can only play video games after you finish your homework. You got that? I won't let you play even if you have 1 page of homework left to be done.
Yay! Yeah, I understand that. So, can I come over now?
So quickly? Hi, Sean. You left your eraser at my house.
Oh, you're right. I did. It's not in my pencil case. Sorry. Can I leave it there for now? I can use it the next time you help me with my homework.
Yeah, that's not a problem. It's just a bit funny because we have a lot of your stuff at our place already, and the list is growing. You already have your own eating utensils and dishes here. My mom adores you and always goes on and on about how cute you are.
Does she? That makes me happy. I love her too. She's always kind to me and feeds me yummy food until I can't eat anymore.
She'll be over the moon if she heard you praising her food. By the way, does your grandmother live close by?
My grandma and grandpa's house is far. You need a car to get there. I love my grandparents too. They were both very kind to me. I haven't seen them in a long time. Ever since my dad died. My mom and my grandparents don't get along anymore since then. Mom says that I can't see my grandparents anymore.
Oh, is that what happened? Don't be too sad. You can think of my mom as your grandmother. But I have to warn you, my mother is very good at nagging people.
You can't say that about your mom. I'm going to tell her.
Don't do that. You're going to get me in trouble. This is a secret between you and me, okay? If you do that, I'll let you play my new video game. Okay?
Promise? Then can I come over tomorrow to play it?
Of course. But first, answer this question. What do we have to finish before we play video games?
I need to finish my homework first.
Correct. You got that quickly. Come over after school. Be careful on your way over. You got that? Come straight here. Don't play in the streets.
Yeah, I understand. Tom, can I come over to play now?
Huh? But it's already close to your bedtime.
But my mom said that I can't go home.
What? What do you mean? Did your mom kick you out of the house? Did you do something to make her angry? Did you misbehave?
No, I didn't do anything. It's just that today, my mom's friend is coming over. When that man comes over, I can't stay inside the house. I always need to leave. That's what Mom said.
Before, you said that you lost your key. That was why you couldn't go inside your house. But really, you were told to leave, weren't you?
It was true that I didn't have a key, but it's because my mom took away my key, so that I couldn't open the door to go home.
Why would she do that? Wait, you don't have to answer that now. We'll talk about that a little later. Where are you right now?
Well, I'm actually in front of your house right now.
Really? Already? It must be cold out. I'm going to go open the door for you now. Sorry for messaging you this late. This is Tom, your neighbor from next door. Your son Sean is at our house right now. I think that it's dangerous for a child to be outside by himself this late at night, so we are keeping him with us. We went over and rang your doorbell a moment ago, but no one seems to be home. So I asked Sean for your number, and that's why I'm texting you now. Huh? The neighbor? Oh, sorry. I was in the shower a few moments ago. I must not have heard the doorbell. That's fine, but about Sean. Oh, could you be a dear and keep him until the morning? I'm really busy right now. Aren't you worried about your son at all? Worried? What do you mean? Something could have happened to him. There are some sick people in the world that would kidnap a little kid wandering on his own at this hour. Are you saying that you're a kidnapper? What the? Of course not! That's absolutely ridiculous! Then I don't see the problem here. There's nothing that I need to worry about, is there? No, but it could be possible for any random stranger to just take him at this time of night. That's the point I'm trying to make. Anyway, any normal person would be worried if someone they didn't even know had their son. My son has been going over to your place for a long time now, hasn't he? So it's not like you're a total stranger. Besides, my boyfriend is here tonight. If that boy was around, he'll just be in the way, you know? You're free to do whatever you want. But I think kicking a child out of the house just because your lover came over is not something a parent should be doing. The first time I met Sean, he was outside our house and shivering from the cold. That's why I let him come in. Doesn't the mere thought of that make your heart hurt? But there's nothing else that I can do. My boyfriend doesn't know that I have a child. I didn't tell him. What will I do if he dumps me because he finds out that I do have a child? That's it? That's your absurd reason for kicking your child out? For leaving him so defenseless? Absurd? I'll have you know that my boyfriend is handsome and rich. He has all the good qualities. If he marries me, I can finally escape this poor life. If you understood that, you wouldn't be lecturing me about my decisions. Wait. You haven't told your boyfriend about Sean. So what's your plan if he does end up marrying you? Are you going to run off to marry your rich boyfriend and leave Sean on his own? What if I am? This has nothing to do with you. What you are saying is beyond ridiculous. You have to tell your boyfriend the truth. What you're doing is wrong. Are you stupid? Don't make me repeat myself. My boyfriend is going to leave me if he finds out that I have a child. I can't do that. Don't stick your nose into other people's problems, you got that? This is so annoying. It would have been better if I didn't give birth to that baggage. He's dragging my life down. Don't dump your responsibility of Sean onto someone else. Your problem isn't that you have a child you need to take care of. Your problem is the fact that you lied to your boyfriend about having a child. I think your boyfriend will be angrier about the fact that you lied. Oh, shut it. Stop talking about my life like you know what's going on. If you're not careful, I can tell the police that my child has been kidnapped. What? That's all. My boyfriend and I are going to bed now. So you can keep that child for a few days. I don't want him. Hey, you! You snitched on me, didn't you? What's wrong? Sounds like your boyfriend dumped you. Stop messing around. I just got off the phone with my boyfriend, and he knew everything. He accused me of lying and was really angry with me. This is all your doing. This is all your fault. That really took a lot of time and effort. I had no idea when your boyfriend was going to leave the house. So I kept watch on your front door the whole night. I think I caught a cold from doing this, but it's worth it. It went exactly like I thought last night. Your boyfriend wasn't mad that you have a child. He was angry that you were trying to trick him. I don't care about that at all. What are you going to do about it? All my efforts have gone to waste. I did a lot, went through a lot, just to land him. You've crushed my dream. I'm going to report you to the police. See how you'd like that. I'm going to have you arrested for kidnapping. Do you know what they do to child kidnappers in prison? I'm going to ruin your life like you did mine. You're going to pay for what you did. I think you're the one that's going to be arrested. I filed the charges with the police a few moments ago. What? What did you say? Charges? Why would you file charges? I took screenshots of the conversation that we had last night. That is more than enough proof that is needed. I sent those screenshots to Child Protective Services too. They should be at your house any moment now. When will you stop interfering with my life? When will you be happy with what you did? What have I ever done to you? You didn't do anything to me. Well, you did dump your child onto me. But I love spending time with Sean, so I wouldn't call that a burden. but that doesn't set you free. I saw a child out in the middle of winter. He was sitting down and hugging his knees to keep warm. Anyone passing by would not have been able to just look the other way. Sean was left alone by his mother, helpless and defenseless. Something bad could have happened to him. It would have happened to him if he stayed out any longer. Even if I didn't know him, it is my duty as a responsible adult to take care of him. Don't just spew nonsense. You're not a parent. You have no idea of the responsibilities. You don't know how tough it's been on me. Raising a child is very hard. And I'm doing it all by myself. It might be true that I don't know how tough it is to raise a child because I don't have children of my own. But even if it is tough, that is your responsibility. It doesn't matter what you've been through. What you did to Sean is unforgivable. Just admit that what you did was wrong and accept the consequences for your actions. Doing this will be good for Sean and you.
Hi, Tom. Guess what? I'll be living with my grandparents from now on.
Oh, really? I'm happy for you, buddy. You'll be spending a long time with the grandparents that you love and who love you too.
Yeah, I will. Oh, and my grandma wants to say thank you to you. So, would it be okay if we come over one day?
Of course, bud. We can all get together and have dinner sometime. My mom is going to prepare a feast for you guys.
Yay! I can't wait! Oh, and can I play games too?
I don't see why not.
Yes!
You can, but only after what?
After all my homework has been done.
You got it. You can come back anytime. This is your second home. Sean's mother's boyfriend broke up with her. She was also arrested. The reason that she was so desperately trying to marry someone who was rich was due to the fact that she was drowning in debt. But that doesn't forgive her of neglecting her child. She is facing trial now, and if she is sentenced, she could face from 3 months to 5 years in jail. It hasn't been decided what her punishment is yet, but I want her to repent for what she did and to ask Sean for forgiveness. Or a promise to never see Sean ever again. That's what I hope. Sean has been taken in by his grandparents. I don't see him as often as I used to, but we still keep in contact with each other. Sometimes we would call or go and visit each other's houses. He's surrounded by love in his grandparents' house and hasn't been left alone since. I think Sean's personality has gotten brighter. I can slowly see him come out of his shell. I will continue to look after him and watch him grow. I see him as my younger brother. He is family to me.